it's Rosey. I'm back with another reading. I put a straw poll out on my Twitter, which you can find in my description. So Jeffree Star's intentions with Shane Dawson is what everyone seems to want to see, or the majority of everyone. I read all your comments. I saw that a lot of people want me to leave in the shuffling and the small talk, even though it's like riddled with ADHD rambling. But hey, if that's what you guys want, that's what I'll give you. I will leave timestamps in the description. Remember to like and subscribe. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, which is in my description as well. As well as visit my website, www.roselyse.com, if you guys want to learn more about me and what I do. That's about it. I'm gonna get into this reading. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. His energy, Jeffree Star, being his energy, I know a decent amount about his past. I know that he's a very dark person. I don't think that's just part of his past. I think he is still a very dark person. When I say dark, I mean, you know, doing things like harming the body, yourself, you know, and things like that. Having tattoos, some satanic symbology, as far as I could tell. So I did a meditation before I started this. I'm going to be doing one right after this, because I'm going to be tapping into Jeffree's energy to understand what his intentions are with in his relationship with Shane Dawson. Now, I know all the allegations with Shane Dawson came out. I saw Shane's, all of those videos on Twitter, the disgusting videos with the allegations against Shane. I also saw the apology video he posted. I have opinions on that. I mean, I think it's interesting, but I'm not a commentary channel, I am a tarot channel. So I will keep that in mind as I go forward in the reading, but everyone still wants to know what Jeffree's influence on Shane has resulted in. Because as far as I know, and correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, Shane and Jeffree's friendship didn't start until about a year and 4-ish months ago. It started when he did the Jeffree Star, World of Jeffree Star series, and learned about Jeffree personally, and sort of sainted him. And then at that point, I believe, up until the makeup collaboration, he kind of had that time to influence Shane. So considering that a span of about a year and 4 months, this friendship has lasted. That being said, I'm going to say this first and foremost. I am not going to be defending Shane's actions. We're not going to blame Shane's actions on Jeffree, because regardless of someone's influence, you are still responsible for your actions and your actions alone, and how you react to things. So yes, someone can manipulate you, someone can gaslight you, someone can, you know, but brainwashing, it's not really like a full-on thing like you see in the movies, okay? It's not like Jeffree turned Shane into a zombie. Shane at least attempted to accept, it seems, responsibility and accountability in his apology video. So we know that Shane's conscience is not inactive, and that Jeffree Star hasn't like destroyed it. I don't think that's a thing. I think that an influence is one thing, but let's not take blame away from where blame needs to be placed. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Okay. One other thing, of course, I almost forgot. Disclaimer. These things that I'm going to be saying, and this reading in general, and every reading I do, is all speculation. It's for entertainment, and disclaimer, it is alleged. The things that I'm basing it off of, alleged. Nothing is proven. Don't sue me or for defamation or slander or anything like that. I'm just giving my opinion on the internet, which is protected under the First Amendment. So I warned you guys about me rambling. So I'm gonna start shuffling. I did pick out a few decks beforehand. I will leave the name of each deck and the person that created each deck in the description as well. So that, because I know a few of you guys have been asking about my main tarot deck, I will have the name of that in the description. Okay? So, let's get to shuffling. Right, this is gonna be a little heavy because I already tried starting to tap into Jeffree's energy, and he's a person. He is definitely a individual. His energy is very heavy. It's the feeling of someone placing something weighted in my hand, but it's on my chest when I try to tap into his energy. I know he's a Scorpio. I know he is I believe it's a Capricorn moon and a Taurus. Let me make sure. Hang on, I'm gonna cut around just for this part so I can get my book. Ooh, and all my boxes are gonna fall. Okay. Because I wrote this down. If I can find where I wrote it, that would be great. I definitely put it somewhere. Okay, I really like where is it? You do not want me to find this. Someone doesn't want me to find this. There it is. Okay. Jeffree is a Scorpio sun, a Capricorn moon, and I was right, and a Taurus rising. With a Chiron in Gemini. Those who aren't into astrology don't know what Chiron is, and probably don't even know what a moon or a rising sign means. The sun sign is Scorpio. That's who you are at your soul, like who you are deep down. Your moon is basically how you are emotionally, and your rising sign is how others interpret you. So, Jeffree being a Taurus rising makes sense to me. It also explains, I think, why Shane would be drawn to him, because Taurus energy, and Shane's a Cancer. Cancer and Tauruses get along very well. Tauruses enjoy the comforts in life, so that's quite a big pull for Shane, who's very drawn to people who are very comfortable to be around. And that's the thing about Jeffree, in my personal opinion, before drawing any cards, I feel as though he's the type of person that's very dark, conniving, information gathering kind of tendencies. He likes, I think Gabby Hanna too has a similar energy to this in the terms of having, not like receipts, but keeping tabs on people. So he has things to use against them before they can use them against him. And that's a sad mentality to have. But I think that's what we're dealing with. Someone who appears comfortable and inviting and warm and familial. Shane keeps calling him family. But in reality, the negative aspects of a Scorpio, because there are many positive aspects of a Scorpio. Everyone embodies either positive or negative aspects of their sign. You know, a combination of both. But Jeffree has very little positive aspects of Scorpio, to be honest. That's the vibe I get. That's just my personal vibe. I would not trust him with anything, ever. I think that the moment you trust someone with this energy, they feel like they're safe to do and say whatever they want to, or feel like they need to in order to benefit from the person. And they feel like they have you on a leash. And that's not a good mentality to have. Like with Shane, the way he feels about friends is very much negative aspects of Cancer. Clingy. I can say this, I think I've mentioned in the last video, I'm also a Cancer sun and Cancer rising, just like Shane. And, you know, although my moon's in Leo, and his moon is in Taurus, what's his moon in? Taurus? I think. Gotta keep referencing this book, sorry, I will cut this out. If I can find it again. I keep losing that chart that I made. There it is. Libra moon. I bookmarked it. So, that's needing emotional balance, and because he has Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising, he's very over-emotional, very overreactive, very quick to anger if he feels like the people he cares about are in danger, etc., etc. Okay. Now that I've tapped into Jeffree's energy and Shane's energy, I'm gonna ask my guides to interact with Jeffree's guides and Shane's guides and hopefully filter out this heaviness, because gonna need to do a cleansing meditation after this. What are Jeffree Star's intentions, and what had they been from the beginning with Shane Dawson? Did they change? Just putting out all my questions right now. And if they did, his intentions did change towards Shane, how did Shane change under Jeffree's influence with the intentions from when they were what they first were to what they are now? Okay. Oh, here's our first card. This one wants to come out. Okay. It's my numerology deck I'm going to be using. Some oracle decks I use reverse and forward and reverse meanings. This is one of them. I take both forward and reverse. Certain decks I do not. So I will say ahead of time which decks I will use forward or reverse meanings and which are only going to be upright. I want one to come out. Okay. This is my spirit animal oracle. I'm also using this one forward or reverse. The small talk, by the way, is usually in the beginning of the video before I start shuffling. When I'm shuffling, I'm trying to concentrate on energy. I want to make sure there's enough room on the table because I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decks. And I'm only on the second. Oracle decks. So, just going to make sure there's plenty of room to be able to do that. I am going to try to keep these videos under 45 minutes, so I have a lot to get through, and I hope I can finish setting up these cards by the 20-minute mark. I feel like it's going to be a tight squeeze if so many bonus cards keep popping out. Alright. This is my Moonology Oracle deck. This is also forward and reverse. If you guys are wondering how I base that, how I base off with, if you guys are wondering how I decide which decks are both forward and reverse meanings, I look at the back of the deck, and if I can tell which is upside down and which one's right side up from the back of the deck, then I only make that right side up. If I can't tell, like these, then it's either or. This is my new deck. I believe this is my Ocean Oracle. As you can see, this you can tell when it's upside down, so I'm only going to read these right side up. This is kind of too big for my hands, so I have to shuffle it this way. And this is the first time I'm using this deck in a reading, so I hope that it doesn't get tainted with dark energy. But if it does, I'm just going to make sure I bless it after this reading. Oh, this one. also wanted to come out. But where to put it? Put this right on top of that one. I wanted to keep it symmetrical, but so many want to pop out. Take one more. Perfect. Okay. And my last one, probably gonna go one, I'm gonna pull two, as long as only two fall out. This I'm doing forward or reverse. One. Actually, I'm taking that one. Two. Okay. And charms, which I have to flip everything over first. So let me do that. Ace of Swords. Okay. Taurus rising, that's that Queen of Pentacles. That's the appearances. Diving to new depths, that's the Scorpio card. Scorpios love to dive deep in their emotions and other people's emotions. They don't like the small talk, no. They like the getting dark and they want to hear all your secrets. That way they know that they have leverage. This is, I'm talking about, just so there are Scorpios out there that don't get offended, I actually just gave a reading to a Scorpio from this channel. She found me through this channel. She's a Scorpio, and I even told her I found that she possessed elements, all the positive elements of a Scorpio. So just before anyone gets offended, I'm talking about the negative aspects of a Scorpio in Jeffree Star, because I don't see many positive ones in him. Also going forward, before I cast these charms, and I'll say this again at the end of the video, if any of you are interested in a reading, it's $15, and you guys can email me, and I'll put that in the description if you would like a private reading. Please reach out. I do them over Discord, over voice call. Okay. Let me show you I don't know how to show you I'm not looking. Well, I guess that works because my head's over here, and I can't see anything. Okay. Usually things don't fall. What fell? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Get a little bit more. I close my eyes, by the way, when I cast them. Not that you can see that. Maybe that'll change soon, but it's the summer here in New York, and I am sweating so much that if I were to wear makeup, my face would explode. So we're not going to deal with that today. Alright, what's the mark? 18 minutes, 16 seconds in. Not bad, not bad. Getting the reading. Maybe I can keep it under 20 minutes. I'm not going to rush, but I do want to see if I can keep it down, because I know that people click off when it's a little too long. So, where to start? Well, let's start up here. Diving to new depths. Okay, this card, let's see what it says. There is a deeper meaning to what is happening. So this is about Jeffree's intentions towards Shane. Okay, there is a deeper meaning to what is happening. You might be looking at this from the surface. What did I just say? Okay. Taurus, comfort, appeal. You might be looking at this from the surface and missing what is really going on. Take a moment to pause and breathe. Allow yourself to dive deeper into what it is you are feeling about your current situation. So this was his intent, or this is his influence. I'm going to say that this card is his influence, and this card is going to be Shane, how that influence affected Shane, or is affecting. I think this might have been the beginning of the relationship. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Ace of Swords, when it's not in reverse, usually means cutting through the negativity in the mind. Okay, swords are thoughts, intellect. When it's reversed, it insinuates that the negativity is overtaking the ability to look to the positive. So this tells me that Jeffree came to Shane at a time when he was feeling really insecure. I mean, when is he not insecure? Let's be honest. And Jeffree saw that and kind of, I got this energy of like predator Oh my gosh, see, there's an antelope in reverse. Like, what I, like, it's like, I literally, oh my god, that's so weird. I literally visualize, like a tiger attack, or a lion attacking an antelope. But it's just metaphorical, obviously. There's, like, this sense of, oh, okay, well, as he appears to him, like, oh, well, don't worry, Shane, I'll help, I'll make things better, or, you're worth more than you think, right? But then it's, like, imposing your own beliefs onto someone else. And because they want to accept you or be in sync with you, they just, it's like subconsciously accepting everything they're saying and then defending everything. It's like when you get a significant other, right? And that first beginning of the relationship, you're having like rose-colored glasses, right? And you have like this, oh, there's nothing wrong with them, they're perfect. And then they start doing like interesting things, right? When they start getting more comfortable with you. And then they start letting their true colors show. But because you don't want that to be true, you ignore the red flags in your head, and when your friends and your family are going, hey, something's a little off about this person, maybe you should look into that, or maybe you should be careful. They're like, no, that's just Jeffree. You know what I mean? Like, that's just Jeffree. Oh, he doesn't mean it. He's just dark humor. I used to do dark humor. So, it's fine, right? That makes me think of Gabby Hanna and how she, you know, it's alleged that she got a message from Shane when he first started hanging out with Jeffree, that Jeffree does use that word and tried to get him to use it. Interesting, if that were to be true, right? Kind of goes right into what I'm saying. Like, well, I still don't do it, but he's trying to get me to do it again. But that's just him, right? And then, oh, see? And this says change. Right side up, change, and the number 5. Last time I believe we got 5113 was the numbers that came out. Change. This is him trying to change things that are not in Jeffree's favor. I don't think Jeffree wants to hang out with anyone that he thinks is better than him. I get that vibe. Like, you have to be lower than me, or we can't hang out. It's very Regina George, you know? I know everyone's making their Mean Girls references, but it feels like that to me too. Okay, oof, okay. This is creativity in reverse, and it's a 3. We literally remember the numbers from the first reading, 5113, we got a 5 and we got a 3. Just saying, creativity in reverse. So it's like Shane thinks that this new connection is increasing his creativity, but it's actually stifling his creativity in return getting more monetization or monetary gain, more financial gain, right? But that doesn't mean that your creative projects are taking off or that they're more creative. They're not. I think we all can agree that anything with the makeup documentary was just very about the money and the numbers, and some people wanted that, but some people wanted the fun and the creativity aspect that Shane used to have in certain films and documentaries, and when he would do, like, you know, the conspiracy stuff, there was more creativity in that. When Jeffree came in, there was not a lot of creativity. I think we can all agree on that. It was more, here's how to be as rich as me. That's kind of the vibe I got anyway. It says, you are good enough. See? This is literally like the line, it's Virgo energy, full moon in Virgo, but if you, oh, I'm holding it upside down, I forgot I'm gonna flip the camera. This wasn't in reverse, this was right side up. It says, you are good enough. It's like, oh, you are good enough, Shane. No, don't even worry. Don't apologize. Don't feel the need to change yourself. You're good enough the way you are and the way you've always been. I feel this energy of, oh, no, shush. Here, give me a hug. You know what I mean? It's this conniving, manipulative energy of, aw, mommy's here. Which sounds so weird because it's like they're friends and, you know, but Jane keeps calling him family, and that is how he views him. So whether that began from the start, I doubt that, right? He hangs out with Garrett, he hangs out with Andrew, and you know, he calls Morgan and Ryland family, but that's literally going to be his husband and his fiance, and his fiance is going to become his husband. It's literally his husband and his sister-in-law. Like, that's actual family, right? I don't hear him calling, like, or when they were better friends, Garrett, they weren't family, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, I don't remember him ever referring to certain other people as family. How come Jeffree, within a year, right, gets, oh, he's my family? Probably because of this energy of, oh, this person's genuine. This person's not going to try to take advantage of me. Now I can use that, right? I'm going to use that and use his image to protect myself and create a shield. And I think we all know what that is right now, because Shane's calling Jeffree family, right? Shane's defending Jeffree. Shane's literally getting canceled because he's defending Jeffree, and now all this stuff's coming out about him because he's putting his name out there, his neck out there for Jeffree. And all this stuff is coming up that he needs to, you know, address that's unrelated. But the only reason that got dug up is because he was saying all these unlike him things about Jeffree, or at least we thought unlike him, right? And where's Jeffree right now? Is Jeffree defending Shane? Is Jeffree making his own video or standing up for Shane? Nope. He's in, like, Montana, right? Riding horses. So Shane can defend Jeffree, but Jeffree can't defend Shane. And Shane doesn't seem to mind that. That's very emotionally manipulative behavior. It's very, like, he even said, my standards for my friends are a lot lower. And they definitely aren't held to himself, right? Just thought that was interesting. Again, not a commentary channel, but I do want to say that came through when I saw this, that you are good enough. Aw, sweetie, honey. It's like Jeffree became his echo chamber. And I feel as though Morgan doesn't like Jeffree. She unfollowed him recently. I feel as though Garrett at some point kind of got sick of Jeffree, stopped hanging out with Shane. Like, his friends were distancing themselves. He was even shading Ryland, I think, at one point, right? During the documentary. He wasn't, like, going everywhere Shane was going. Wasn't there doing collabs. He was, like, kind of rude. Like, and this is me speculating, but I remember seeing certain things, and I feel as though when someone wants to change someone or manipulate them, don't they isolate them so that they only depend on them for validation and stuff? I get that. And again, like I said in the beginning, I'm not defending Shane's actions. I'm just saying I noticed this pattern of, I'm going to influence you to double down in these toxic tendencies that you've had and that you've been having less of, and now we're going to bring it back so that way I don't feel like you're a better person than me. That's something I felt. This says, have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. So this is something I feel like Shane hasn't lost, even though there's been change. I don't think that Shane lost his faith in his own dreams, but I don't think that Jeffree is targeting his dreams. Jeffree is targeting his dependency. It's just, let me just keep reading. Keeping it in check. Okay, pay attention to what is going on around you. Another one, there's a deeper meaning to what's happening. Take a look from the surface. You might be looking from the surface and missing what's really going on. It's this very similar card. Pay attention to what is going on around you. You might be moving into something too quickly or missing some important details. This has energy, like, even though Shane is gonna marry Ryland and he's in a relationship, Jeffree is he's kind of like that date you have you have a first date with someone, and then all of a sudden you guys are, like, exclusive, and then all of a sudden you guys are, like, having sex, and then all of a sudden you guys are, like, you know, someone proposes. It's, like, too fast. He gets too close to people too fast, and then all of a sudden, just like that, it's like he's done with them. That's, like, a pattern. And keeping it in check, that tells me it's like, that's what Jeffree's doing. He's keeping it in check. He's keeping track of, okay, well, as long as he's comfortable enough to do this with me, and he's comfortable enough to tell me this and stand up for me and say this on my behalf, like, I noticed that. There's a pattern in Jeffree's relationships with people. He picks people up, quickly uses them, and then drops them when they don't benefit him anymore. These are just, again, my opinions from what I've seen. Okay? The antelope, and I said there was that predatory behavior. The antelope in reverse is like a dead antelope. It says, life is speeding up, so life is slowing down, right? It's like, and then there's a message here. This is the charm of a text message. I don't know if you guys can see that. Or an email, or some kind of message. So the dead antelope is in, a dead antelope can't stand up for itself. It's already been attacked, it's already been eaten, it's already been put into submission. I feel like Shane has been put into submission by Jeffree. I think that Jeffree either has stuff on Shane, or is just so in Shane's, like, emotional circle, like, in his he's just so he's gotten Shane so attached to him at this point where it's like he would never speak out against him, whereas other people like Cam, I believe his name is, wasn't he like afraid Jeffree would put a hit on him? Like, there's this fear that comes with going against Jeffree Star, right? Even Blair White, like, retracted her statement, and she's a very outspoken person. So I think that that's not the case with Shane. I think the case with Shane is emotional manipulation. So it's like he's been put into submission just like everyone else, but in a different way. That's why he would willingly be defending him and willingly be excusing him while being hypocritical and holding people like James to a whole other standard. It's very tone deaf. He's lost all self-awareness. Okay, so let me go over here and I'm gonna get into the situation because that looks interesting. We have, actually, I'm gonna go through this first because there's a lot of charms here. Okay, 2 of Cups in reverse. We got this the last time there was a reading with Shane and Jeffree, I believe. Which is so weird, and it keeps coming up. Like, I'm not insinuating there's anything romantic going on between Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. I am not insinuating that. I do, however, feel like there is a factor of manipulation on Jeffree's end that would be in an abusive relationship romantically, without the romance, if that makes sense. Because Shane's very faithful to Ryland. I've sensed that wholeheartedly. But the 2 of Cups in reverse, like I said, is like a first date going wrong. 2 of Cups is beginning romance, new romance. To get 2 of Cups in reverse next to the 5 of Swords in reverse, 5 of Swords is like, it's like, think of a girl or a really vindictive, feminine, petty, aggressive presence, right? And like someone with really long, really pointed nails. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't know if you guys watched Holes, the movie, as a kid, but she would paint her nails and have them like super pointed, and then she'd paint them with rattlesnake venom. And then when she like scratched someone's face, their entire face had like this huge reaction to it. It's that's what it makes me think of. And when it's in reverse, it's like, for me, it's like cruel intentions. Like, usually it's the opposite, but in this reading, I'm gonna be honest, just the placement, right? If the Ace of Swords is Shane's mentality, right? The 5 of Swords, look where the hand is pointing and what it's going for. It's like jabbing where his mind is, you know? It all points to that to me. And then the Queen of Pentacles, in my opinion, is what Shane thinks Jeffree is. This is actually the card that usually represents my own mother when I do readings, personal readings, okay? Again, look, oh my goodness, short term, that's what this charm says, short term appeal, okay? This quote, the difference between a flower and a weed is judgment, okay? This is fake. This is his Taurus rising. This is the mask he puts on for people. And look at it. Look at how he comes off to people, right? And oh my God, look, this is an upside down cross. All right, like, I'm not even making this up. I said satanic symbolism. It's a lie, okay? He comes off as this great, oh, he's so nice, he's so misunderstood. Oh, look, he's so caring. He's like a mother. He's like taking this mothering, weird, possessive energy with Shane, and I don't like it. He's done this to other people. I think he's done this to Nathan too. Okay? And that also might be, the 2 of Cups reverse might be referring to Nathan as well. I feel like there is this thing where like Jeffree and Nathan broke up and now he's trying to latch onto someone else, you know? It's like, I need to have someone else under my control. It's very puppet mastery. Like literally, look, ooh, like even, look at the 5 of Swords, guys. Look at it, if you have to zoom in. It's like, I know that they're like nails, right? They're blades, but that's like puppet strings, you know what I mean? That's literally, and then it's pointing towards Shane. So it's like, he's the puppet master, and Shane is, sorry Shane, but Shane is weak-minded. Okay, very flip-floppy, very, I care about my appearance, and I'll change if I need to change, because I gotta make sure I keep who I am. You know, I don't think Shane knows who he is. He has so many different versions of himself. I think we've all come to that conclusion about him. He is like the conspiracy theory Shane, and the foodie Shane, and the, you know, the blackface Shane, and the crazy music video Shane, and there's so many different Shanes, it's like, we can't keep up. And that's because he doesn't know how to be who he is, because he doesn't know who he is. Let's get into the charms on this, all right? Let's see if these charms on this card give us any details about Jeffree, because thank you, spirit guides, if this isn't an answer to my question of what's his intent for Shane, there's your intent right there. 5 of Swords, Swords is mind. 5, this is literally trying to control someone's mind and puppeteer their mind, and then the fact that the nails, the points are towards the person, it's like, I'm gonna hurt them if it benefits me. Anything that benefits me, perfect. We got a computer, all right? That's literally what the goal is, or not the goal, what the motivation is. Clout on the internet, or, you know, get redemption. Shane redeems him in a way, all right? This is a book. The book was face down, so it's like, don't read between the lines. That popped in my head just now. We got an owl, that's wisdom. We got a unicorn. Isn't that a unicorn? Or no, oh my gosh, no. So this is, I don't know if you can see, it's a baby bear and a mama bear. Or I think it might be a koala. There's a baby bear on the back of a mama bear. What did I say? It's this creepy, weird, I'll take care of you, I'll protect you, I'll teach you. It's so, oof. And look, a lizard. Oh my god, guys, I called Jeffree a snake in the last reading. Shane came up as a pig, Jeffree came up as a snake. I will just be honest with you. I'm a Slytherin. I am literally a Slytherin, but I think I'm Slytherin in a good way. There are good aspects to Slytherin, just like there's good aspects to Scorpios. Jeffree is literally like the most Malfoy Voldemort. Like, I literally look at him and I think Voldemort. Like, I'm being honest with you. I tapped into his energy and I want to tap right out as soon as this is over. I'm going to take a shower. Like, it's so dark. He hasn't gone anywhere from that darkness. So, Slytherin right there. And then a salamander. I mean, it's literally 2 lizards right there. That's like that snake energy, that conniving, that devilish, satanic. There's so much dark. I told you guys, the charms are just telling you what I'm feeling. Like, when I tapped into him, so much ugh. So much ugh. I don't know how else to explain it, alright? Alright, we got courageous. What sign is this? Aries. It's like this aspect of pushing. I wonder if Shane or Jeffree have any Aries in there. Let me check. I did bookmark this just to check. I'm just curious because I put them in pretty much all their things. Jeffree does not. Shane has Aries in his Mars. Okay, so Aries and Mars is like masculine. Your Mars is your masculine side. So Shane's masculine side is very stubborn and it's very emotional. The energy that his masculine side, and as you can see, he appears very feminine, like, you know, he has that gentleness and sensitivity. He's very in tune with his Virgo. I mean, not his Virgo, his Venus. And his Venus is, what's his Venus? I just want to be accurate with you guys. His Venus is Gemini. Gemini is the twins. It's the two-faced, right? We've talked about that appearance for Shane too. Shane's a Cancer rising, Cancer sun. He does genuinely care emotionally about things that he says he does. But if he cares emotionally about everything, it's just what emotions is he having for that, and is he being honest about it? To get Aries, which in the word under it is courageous, he's like, and he didn't have a, I don't want to go into that. I mean, I guess it's public information, but there was a kind of an absence of a father figure in Shane's life. That's public, right? There's a documentary about that and him reconnecting. But Jeffree's kind of stepping in and being like, I'll be that guiding figure, you know? I'll be that energy for you. That's what I'm picking up on that. And then the diamond, hello, green diamond. I mean, this is literally like money, 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 you know? I got that, a plane. That literally made me think of the scene with him on Jeffree's jet. Like, Shane was like starstruck. There's this starstruck energy from Shane, like, oh my god, this like really famous, really rich person who's like made a name for himself and owns like a mansion, and I've never had money and I grew up poor. Like, it's like, oh my god, I'm on his private jet, oh my god, oh my god. It's like that energy. That was genuine in the diamond, like him being like, oh my god, like, you know, like, oh, like that, ooh, he's like fangirling. He's like, oh my god, this like a celebrity noticing me. That was genuine. But it's the same thing. It's so ironic what they accused James of. It was complete projection. Jeffree using that influence of I'm a celebrity, he used that on many people, not just like Shane. Shane has used it on people, you know, like that to get what they want. Well, I'm like, literally Shane said it in his thing that he wrote, like, well, he's Jeffree fucking Star, what do you expect? Like, yeah, what does that mean? Because he's a celebrity? It's the same thing. This is pyrite. This gem is pyrite. That's slipping through my fingers. It represents money. It represents financial, monetary success and gain. So this is like Shane saw Jeffree and he saw an influential moneymaker, a millionaire. He's gonna make me a millionaire and show me how to do things because I don't know, because I'm just Shane, right? Money, 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 money. We can both make money off each other. Except Jeffree didn't say, I'm going to make money off you, but that is what he did. Let's not get it twisted. Jeffree made money off of Shane just as much as Shane made money off of Jeffree. Okay? The Two of Cups, let's talk about this like weird relationship dynamic that isn't romantic but has the same energy. We have an angel, so I'm going to get into that. We have the moon. This is literally like the card the moon in tarot, which isn't here. This is like the moon in reverse, which is exposing secrets. That's literally what this charm is. When I get this charm, it's like double. Once I got this charm on top of Moon in reverse, like the actual card, and it was like double, so many secrets exposed. So this is like something that's going to be exposed about their connection and how, because the fact that Two of Cups in reverse, it's a breaking of a new connection. So they're not going to remain friends, and if they say they are, it's just to say they are. There's already been, nah. You know, with Rylan and Morgan unfollowing Jeffree, and Shane's going to marry her brother, like, no. It's not going to stay that way. Shane's going to have to wake up, and if he doesn't, I think Rylan's going to do it for him, and Morgan's going to do it for him. This heart is blue and white, and it was face down. This is also, blue is the color of the throat chakra, speaking your truth, and then the fact that the heart is face down, and this is about breaking of a relationship, a new relationship. It's like heartbreak. Money, again. You can't, this entire connection or relationship is based on money, alright? Yeah, this is not going to be 45 minutes. We got a dog facing down. It's like a wiener dog. I'm not sure what to think of that. I read charms with people, so if you guys think of anything, let me know in the comments. We have a feather right here and a car. Feathers are like birds, birds of a feather flock together. That could be it. The car too, it's just like the fancy cars, you know, the G-Wagons and the pink car that Jeffree has, and it's like all these things. Like, this relationship is based on what can we do for each other financially. That's where it was based. You can't have a genuine emotional, he's my family. Your family members don't use you for money. And if they do, they're really bad family members. But if they aren't your actual family, then why are you acting like they are? Like, there's so much wrong here. There's so much, it's just inappropriate. Like, I don't know how else to describe it except inappropriate. Yo, I'm looking at these two oracles, and what I just realized is, tell me that's not a lizard spirit. Oop, that card fell on the floor. Tell me that's not a lizard spirit. And what we're just talking about, the snake and the lizard right here. What the heck? I can't make this up. Lizard spirit. What does it say? And it's in reverse. Dream the world into being, and the dreams are coming crashing down. It's interesting because it says have faith in your dreams, and this is dream the world into being in reverse. So it's like Jeffree didn't attack Shane's dreams, but he's affecting them now, isn't he? In the current situation, he is affecting them because now Shane's getting canceled because his past is being dug up because of his involvement with Jeffree. Then it says, gliding through currents. With a different approach, you will glide through a situation with grace and ease, going inward and bringing your understanding, perspective, or behavior, or bringing your understanding, perspective, or behavior into flow will help your dreams take flight. Again, how are we going to have two different decks, you guys? Remember that, two different decks. Hey, faith in your dreams, your dream your world into being in reverse, and then gliding through currents, saying that it's going to help your dreams take flight if you go with the flow, so to speak. That's Jeffree's energy. He's literally like going with the flow. He's not addressing anything. He's letting other people do it for him. He's letting other people crash and burn. It's what he always does. And where is he right now? Riding horses. Avoiding. Because he's just, in his mind, it's like, I'm just gliding through these currents. They're not my battles to fight. I already fought those battles. They are his battles to fight, but he doesn't want them to be. So they're not. And he's throwing people under the bus that are his family and that are his, like, best friends. Very manipulative behavior. It's just hard to doubt that right now. Alright, and then these three cards, this was the current situation. These three cards are the most likely outcome of the situation. Oh my gosh, Two of Cups in reverse and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. I forgot to say, Cups is emotion. That's why I said new relationship, emotional relationship breaking up. This Two of Pentacles is a connection in finance. Okay? And it's also in reverse. This is the breaking of a financial connection, a contract. Okay? A beneficial collaboration is breaking. Ace of Wands is Shane starting anew. That's like getting your creativity back. Ace of Wands is my starting the first chapter of your book kind of thing. Wands is dreams. Okay? And then Four of Wands is building up a foundation for those dreams to come true. So basically, Shane has to now basically start over. Everything that he's put forward or he's wanted to do, like his horror movie, right? Like all these things that he wanted to be working on, but he got lost in all of this bullcrap. And yeah, now his past is coming back to haunt him, as it should. That's like the only good that came out of this. You know, he really needs to address these things and needs to lose part of his career, if not full aspects of many fans who feel hurt that won't accept his apology. Those things, I believe, needed to happen. For him to change for the better, he needs to have this humbling. It's very ironic, isn't it? That he's the one being humbled now. It took for him to understand what James had to go through for him to feel the need to apologize. It's very common with people. We have to understand and feel what other people feel like in order to understand what it felt like, you know, like, and then feel like we should apologize. So that's the most likely outcome, is breaking the contract with Jeffree and Shane having to start from scratch. But then I want to see what this is, because this tells me this is like the, what's it called? This is like the aftermath. That's the word, sorry. And let me just get to the charms on these cards. We have dream. Again, what is it with the dreams? This is all like interwoven with about dreams. It's like that's because I tapped into Shane's energy too. The dreams are Shane's energy. Shane is basically trying to kind of process all the things that he's done because of Jeffree's influence, with Jeffree's influence, and on his own without Jeffree's influence to begin with, because it was his decision to join this collaboration. It was his decision to be a part of this and to put the drama in the trailer. I 100% think that was Shane's idea. I think that Jeffree probably actually got mad that he took it out, because for some reason Jeffree hates James and convinced many other people to hate James. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out. Like, that's Shane has he has to start building up from the beginning again. He went all the way back. He pretty much almost lost everything for a person he considers family. He didn't get anything like that back. There's no loyalty on Jeffree's end. He's not said anything. And this is me. I'm gonna read this part after the charms, and I'm kind of wondering, like, what does Shane give a like? Is he upset? Is he angry at Jeffree? He should be. I would be, right? So the dream again is there. We saw this. This was the Mockingjay that we got in Tatu's reading, which was like, and in reverse again, like, I don't want to be the symbol of your rebellion, right? This is more like, I'm done fighting. That's what that tells me. This is no more fighting, no more of that. I don't want to fight anymore. This is this charm I got is this symbol is like two-facedness. I know it's just a cat, but it's like her posing like, oh, I'm just a little kitty, like I'm not doing anything wrong. When I get this, and it's facing, that's what it means when I get this, and it's facing down, which is like, no more pretending, no more being fake. I need to focus on what matters to me, and I need to stop straying from what is good about what I've done with my life. And in his mind, it hasn't been much, which he's not wrong. Okay, we all grew up on Shane, that when the people that have followed him for forever, and there was a lot of hate that he did spread. Okay, so that's this card, and then down here it kind of gets into this too. Another owl. Okay, we got an owl over here. It's like him throwing his intuition away and just following Jeffree. And we had the butterfly, I forgot to mention, that's like transformation. He caused a transformation. But back here, this is like, the owl is, again, now it's like I have to start over and use my intuition, which I had been ignoring because I was distracted. Again, this is the blue bead. This is, again, throat chakra. Speaking my truth, I have to get my voice back. I've been silenced. I've silenced myself. I've adopted the opinions of someone that I don't necessarily, I didn't at one point necessarily have those opinions, or that hatred, or that, like, vindictive energy. He doesn't like that he feels the ways that he does now, like about James, about the Dramageddon. I feel that. I think that he has the opinions he had when he wrote that note. He still believes that in his head, but I think he's finally getting that. He's like finally asking himself, but are those my opinions, or am I just adopting the opinions of the people I consider family? Okay, diligence, that tells me I have a lot of work to do. He's willing to do the work. I think he even said in his video too, like, I didn't do the work, now I need to do the work. But as far as my opinion, I don't believe it till I see it. I think that's for anyone that's been following this. On the Two of Pentacles, I'm breaking this financial commitment with Jeffree, because that's what this is. We got a Buddha, which is like, that tells me he's not going to be collaborating with people for a long time after this. Like, no more documentaries, no more collaborations. It's going to be at least for a long time. It's gonna be him doing his horror movie stuff with like Ryland and Morgan and like just the people that he's comfortable with and his circle that he trusts. I don't think he trusts Jeffree anymore, and we'll see within these cards if I'm wrong about that, but I don't think he does, and he did very much, and he wants to, but he doesn't anymore. We got a Cupid in reverse. What is it with this? Maybe there is something weird and inappropriate between those two, but I don't think Shane is one to cheat. I don't. Sorry. In the first reading that I did with Shane and Jeffree, we got the lust charm that kept coming up, and the lovers, like, or the Two of Cups again. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe Jeffree made a move and has that on tape or something. I don't know. I don't know. Allegedly, just where my brain's going. I feel like there's something dark here. I feel like I saw that exposed video on Jeffree. I did, and I saw one of the things he used to do on that weird revenge porn website was he used to get people drunk or intoxicated or whatever, and he used to like do stuff with them or be posing with them in a very suggestive way, and then he would take pictures and then he would use that against them to keep them quiet. It's like, I have dirt on everybody. Like that you guys should look that video up. I'll link it in the description. It's a good video. I think that was the one that he tried to take down. I forget the YouTuber's name. She's awesome though. I'll link it. But I said what I said, but you know, you didn't hear it from me. It's just allegedly for entertainment purposes only, and I'm taking that from Aunt, and I will say that because I don't want to get sued, because that is a very serious allegation. But again, that's just what keeps coming up. It's like, not, my guys are like, no, this is something that could be a thing, so I'm gonna put it out there. Don't even think it would ever be exposed if it is a thing, but I gotta say what I keep seeing. Integrity. It's like, I'm breaking this contract because I need to have some integrity here. That's Shane's perspective. And then it says, not all who wander are lost. So that's the energy we're in, is if I don't break this contract, if I don't break this relationship with this person, then I'm going to keep being dragged down with them. That's what this is. We have Aquarius energy, friendly, so, and then a shovel. It's like I have to bury Shane. That's that energy. This is still Shane's energy, I'm telling you guys right now. I gotta bury my urges to be friends with everyone and to trust so quickly. Which I agree, because I gotta do that too. Like, I've been struggling with that for years too, wanting to be everyone's best friend, wanting to trust everyone immediately, and then they betray you, surprise, surprise, you didn't know them that well. Okay, we got this guy on a parasol, like a sailboat, like he's like on vacation, you know, he's doing the windsurfing, but it's like face down, so it's like no more luxuries, no more just doing whatever I want to do to make me feel better, no more avoiding doing the work being research into why the things he did wrong were wrong in the first place, work being working on videos, which he's been putting off because of all this guilt and all this like self-hatred and all the stuff that he hadn't been doing for so many years. He'd been doing a lot better, and then, oh, here comes wisdom again. More wisdom with the owl. It's like he's finally letting his inner wisdom in. His guides have been screaming at him for like months I think they've been screaming at him since he met Jeffree, to not get involved with Jeffree. And we got focus, and the focus is on this card. This card is full moon eclipse, and it says, if I can read this upside down because it's in reverse, nope, I can't. I'm just gonna take this out now that we've read the charms. It says conclusions are within reach in reverse, so he's not gonna feel closure yet. That's something that he wants that he's not going to get for a while. Feeling alone in reverse though, that's good. That's definitely another 5. All these 5s. Feeling alone in reverse, this literally to me is like Ryland. Like, that's just like, no, I'm right here. Like, you're not alone. You don't need this person. You have us. I got that energy. Then we have connect to source. That's the wisdom. That's his guides that have been yelling at him. Shane is actually very spiritual and very psychic, and he does have that connection to his guides, or he used to, and then when Jeffree came along, it's just like he just took all his spirituality and he just was like, he just chucked it behind him. Like, his grandma, I will say this, his grandmother is one of his guides. Feeling that very strongly. I think he knows that already, alright? I'm just gonna say that. That came through immediately in my head. And he used to talk about, like, her all the time and experience with her, and he did recently in his last demon video thing. But this is very recently that he's trying to do more spiritual things. And before that, like, Jeffree's such a dark person. I said that before. That's the satanic symbol right there, the upside down cross. It repelled any sort of messages that he's been receiving all these years and doing better and going to therapy, and like, that's why all these unhealthy, toxic tendencies and bad habits are coming back to haunt him, or had been. Now it's probably going to take a better turn, but it's still, this is such extreme consequences, and they're deserving. But now he has to come back from this. So, but he's not going to do it alone, obviously. Harlan's not going to leave him. They're very much committed and in love, and that's good. So connect to source, go within to discover what needs to be done, create the shift required to attract what you want. That's his guide's advice to him, which he is receiving now. New beginnings in reverse. It's like, ooh, that's interesting. You'd think it wouldn't be, right? Let me see. This is new beginnings in reverse. Love is all around in reverse. So it's like, okay. Ooh. Remember I said the lion that attacks the antelope? Claim your independence in reverse. Jeffree is not happy with the idea of Shane trying to break their connection and run. This is him going, I'm not gonna let you get away with, like, dumping me. Like, Jeffree's taking this like he's being dumped. Again. But he's not dating Shane. Shane is with Ryland. Shane is not Nathan. And I feel like, right now, Jeffree is looking at Shane like Nathan, because we know Jeffree's alone in that giant mansion. Like, that gets lonely, alright? Shane's not feeling alone, Jeffree is, and I think, I said that, I'm gonna leave that where it is, what I said. Seeing both sides, take a step back and try to look at this from a different perspective. So that's what this is, now I'm getting into Jeffree's perspective, alright? That's what this is relating to, alright? And we have help. I don't know if you guys can see this rock, but it says help. Okay, I'll put it up to the camera. It says help. It's cry for help on top of, and between these two cards, this card says in reverse, South Node, don't let your past hold you back in reverse now, because the past is coming to haunt both of them. And then he might come and then manifest, right? Maybe I can help me, like Shane's like, I need help manifesting this, and his guides are like, we're right here, and I feel like Jeffree might fight back and go, I can help, right? But he's doing himself a disservice in terms of trying to manipulate Shane further, because he's literally not helping. So that's gonna work in Shane's guide's favor, to be like, see, evidence, and then Ryland and Morgan are gonna be like, see, he's a bad person, he lied to you, blah, blah, blah. So it seems like there's nowhere to go for Shane's intentions but up. He's still gonna suffer for a long time for the aftermath of everything that was exposed about him, that needed to be exposed about him. And he's gonna lose fans forever, and has lost fans that are not gonna come back. And that is something that he's already said he's willing to accept, and he is accepting of it. He's not angry about it, he thinks it's deserved. But he's gonna have the Jeffree problem. Jeffree's gonna be a thorn in his side for a very long time. I'm just gonna say that right now. Jeffree is okay, allegedly, my opinion, entertainment, don't sue me, no defamation lawsuits, please. He's a very vindictive, very bitter person. That's the energy I get. He's very dark. I literally think of Voldemort. Like, I can't get around that. Sorry. That's just my opinion. And his idea is, if I'm going down, I'm dragging you with me. Like, literally all the way through the depths of the ocean. Like, the shark. Like, I'm getting all this imagery of, like, pulling you. Nope, come back. Like, I got you. Oh, you think you can escape my grasp? It's very, like, old villainy. Oh, very Disney villainy, you know? Anyway, that's the whole reading. It was a lot. This is going to be like an hour-long video, and I'm sorry. But please like and subscribe. If you guys want a personal reading, as I said, I'll link it in the description below, and I'll pin it in a comment. The email that you can send, it's $15 for the first reading, and then readings after that are $30. That would be it, I believe. I'll link my other readings as well. Keep commenting, guys. I read every single one of your comments and try to reply to all of them. If you have ideas for other readings, please let me know down below. And thank you guys for watching through to the end if you have. I really appreciate it. And please follow me on Twitter, because that's where I posted the poll that everyone filled out on Straw Poll to get this reading. This was the reading that most people voted for. So hope you guys like, and have a great day. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!